Hello and welcome back to English Passage, the channel where you learn English not by memorizing rules, but by listening, imagining, and immersing yourself in powerful stories. I'm so happy to see you again here on day 12 of our journey together. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You are building a strong foundation in English, one day at a time. That is something to be proud of. Here at English Passage, we believe that stories are not just entertainment, they are windows to understanding. And the more we listen, the more we understand. Today, we focus on a topic that every English speaker uses daily, talking about how often things happen. In other words, we are going to master adverbs of frequency. These small words can help you express big ideas about your habits, your lifestyle, and your world. The adverbs always, often, and never are used by native speakers constantly. And by learning them well, you unlock the ability to communicate with ease. So take a deep breath. Settle into your seat. Open your ears and heart. Let this story-based lesson guide you into a new level of fluency. Let's begin. What are adverbs of frequency? Let's begin with some questions. How often do you drink coffee? How often do you visit your parents? How often do you make mistakes? To answer these questions, we use a special kind of word, adverbs of frequency. These are words that tell us how often something happens, whether it happens all the time, sometimes, or not at all. The most common adverbs of frequency are always, 100% of the time, often, regularly or many times, never 0% of the time. They are incredibly useful and can be found in daily conversations, books, movies, and even songs. Let's see some examples. I always go for a run in the morning. She often reads romance novels. They never eat sweets. Pay attention to the position. With action verbs, adverbs of frequency come before the main verb. With the verb, to be, they come after the verb. We will practice this more in the next sections. In-depth grammar and examples. Let's break down each adverb and see how it works. Always means 100% of the time. It is used to describe actions that happen every time. Examples. I always brush my teeth before bed. She always says hello when she enters the room. He is always cheerful in the morning. Often means frequently, but not all the time. It's in the middle of the scale. Examples. I often listen to English podcasts. They often visit their grandparents. You are often helpful to others. Never means 0% of the time. The action doesn't happen. Examples. I never smoke. She never lies. We are never rude to guests. Let's say these out loud together. Repeat after me. I always drink water in the morning. She often reads at night. They never eat meat. Feel how natural it becomes when you speak it? That's how fluency is built. Story time. The Curious Routine of Mr. Martin. Use this story to teach and reinforce grammar in a memorable way. Expand the story to include more daily details, flashbacks, and emotional connection. Mr. Martin's routine. Mr. Martin lives in a quiet town where nothing unusual happens. But Mr. Martin himself is quite the mystery. Every neighbor knows his schedule. Why? Because it never changes. He always wakes up at 5 a.m., even on weekends. He always starts his day with yoga and then a hot lemon drink. He never uses a smartphone. In fact, he still writes letters on paper. At 6 a.m., he always takes a walk. He nods to everyone but never speaks. At 8 a.m., he often feeds birds in the park. Children love watching him. At 9 a.m., he leaves home dressed in a grey suit. No one knows where he goes, but he always returns by 6 p.m. sharp. He always brings something back. One day it's a book. Another day, it's a small plant. He never explains where he went. At night, he often listens to old jazz records. His house glows warmly from within. On Sundays, he never goes out. He stays home, cooks soup, and writes letters. Despite his silence, everyone likes Mr. Martin. He always smiles. He often helps neighbors with small chores. He never says a bad word about anyone. Through this story, you've just heard over 20 examples of frequency adverbs used in context. That's how you learn naturally. Interactive practice. Now, let's check your understanding. I'll ask questions. You answer them out loud or write them down. Then I'll give you the correct sentence and explain why it's right. Ready? Let's go. How often does Mr. Martin feed the birds? He often feeds the birds. Why? Because he does it regularly, but not always. Does he ever go out on Sundays? No, he never goes out on Sundays. That means 0% of the time. Does he return home late? No, he always returns home by 6 p.m. That means every day, without fail. Now let's make it fun and interactive. I will give you a sentence with a blank. You try to complete it. Mr. Martin brings something home. Answer, always. He talks on his walks. Answer, never. He listens to music at night. Answer, often. Now switch roles. Think of one sentence with a blank and try it with a friend or repeat the pattern aloud. I drink tea at night. She watches English videos. We eat dinner together. Repeat after me. Mr. Martin always wakes up early. He often listens to music. He never uses a smartphone. Say it again, slowly and clearly. Say it with emotion. Say it like you're telling someone about your own life. This repetition helps build speaking fluency, pronunciation, and confidence. Now, your turn. I always. I often. I never. Real-life application and journaling. Now it's time to personalize the lesson. Take a notebook or your phone and write down 5 things you always do, 5 things you often do, 5 things you never do. Use this time to reflect on your habits, routines, and lifestyle. This is not just English practice. This is self-awareness in English. Let's do it together. Always. I always lock the door before leaving. I always say, thank you. I always check my schedule in the morning. I always eat breakfast. I always watch English passage every day. Often. I often walk in the park after dinner. I often listen to music while working. I often chat with friends online. I often read before bed. I often help my neighbors. Never. I never lie. I never skip breakfast. I never smoke. I never shout at people. I never go to bed without brushing my teeth. You can also use an app like Notion, Google Docs, or a journal to track how you use English in daily life. Record yourself speaking these sentences and listen back. That's how you grow. Thank you so much for being here. You stayed until the end of day 12, and that means a lot. You are not just learning words, you are developing rhythm, structure, and fluency. At English Passage, we believe in stories. We believe in real, emotional, human learning. You are not memorizing. You are living the language. So I want you to do one more thing today. Share this story with someone else. Tell them about Mr. Martin. Practice the adverbs. Create a mini story from your own life using always, often, and never. Also, leave a comment below. Use all 3 adverbs in one sentence. I will read your comments and reply. And if you haven't already, subscribe to English Passage. Like this video. Share it with one person who wants to learn English through stories. Let's grow this community. You are doing something important for yourself. Be proud. I'll see you next time for day 13. Until then. Keep listening. Keep imagining. Keep practicing. Because here at English Passage, we don't just study English. We live it. Jai Hind. Vande Matram.